Welcome second years to your grammar class. Now today we have to start the presentation of idioms. What is an idiom? Idiom is a group of words which have a different meaning. When we take it out individually, they have different meaning. When we club them together, they have a different meaning. It is not a word to word meaning. We cannot go for this one. It is a group of words which is having a different meaning from the meanings of the individual words, like give. Give means to give something, giving a pen or something. Take, obviously taking. Give and take, when it comes up together, then you have to get another meaning for that. Here, what does it mean for that? Be willing to accept what somebody wants and to give up some of you what you want. Like get ready to give the things and take it in another way. Like here, these words sometimes they get the words which make us verbs are there, but sometimes some verbs can get changed according to the meaning of the whole sentence, like meaning of the whole you can say the usage. In every language we have idioms, and if we understand in our language some idioms, it is easy for you to get that meaning of the idioms in English language as well. Like I'll go ahead with this, raining cats and dogs. Raining heavily, it doesn't mean raining of cats and dogs. It never happens, okay? In the rain, the cats and dogs are falling, is it? It never happens. So it means raining heavily. When it rains heavily, this type of the idiom being used, like raining cats and dogs. So we'll use all these in the sentences later on. Now next is the child's play. It's very easy to do. Very easy to do. Like it's a child's play. Something, whatever it is there, when you want to say it is very easy to do, instead of saying it's very easy to do, you could have say child's play. It's a child's play. These idioms add the beauty to the language. They add it gives an impression to the people that you know the language. You have the awareness of the language, and you must have seen that in mother tongues, in our mother tongues, whatever it may be, either Hindi, Telugu, Urdu, we do use some of the idioms. And Hyderabad is quite famous for using idioms, and in Hyderabad we change in our dialect, in our style we change that and we use the idioms. Most of the people use in their daily conversations. Daily conversations they use this idioms. Idioms are different. Proverbs are different. Proverbs are the sayings. Like empty vessels make much noise. That is a saying that really means the same. Empty vessels. You can find it out. Just throw one of the empty vessel, a cauldron or anything, a small bowl, not of the crystal obviously, or bone china, it's a steel bowl or something, you just throw it out, empty one. Just simply fall it from a little bit distance. So then you can get a sound that shows that empty vessel make much noise. That is right. Related to the proverb is the actual whatever being written, the meaning could be the same. But for the idioms, whatever the words would be there, the meanings could never be the same. Now next is the spill the beans. Let out a secret. If anybody is good in telling the secrets or ready to share the secrets with the others, on some people we trust and we had a feeling like they can keep our secret in a better way, like best friends. And some people, you know very well that if you tell them a secret, they are the first one to just share with the others, and they make a chain of sharing, and it will come back to you once again, with the changes and with the added spices. So here, if we don't want to, if we want anything to be make it public, so we can say to that persons, okay, this is a secret, don't tell to anybody. So they will definitely go and tell to the other persons. So that type of let out a secret, if you wanted to say that one, you can use the word spill the beans. She is ready to spill the beans. That means she is ready to let the secret out. On cloud 9, that means very happy. It's not on cloud 9, nothing related to the cloud. It means very happy, very in total excitement. That is very happy. That is your cloud 9. Now here this one is, here with these you can able to get some or the other, maybe you are getting raining at least, so you can relate to that raining heavily. Child's play you can understand very easily, because in our mother tongues also we use this type of the idioms. Then next is spill the beans. You can imagine it out, something is spilling the beans on cloud 9, the cloud, and with that you can relate very happy. Now she is on the cloud 9, so that makes you understand that okay, she is very happy. But for this type of the idioms, you need to understand Achilles heel. Achilles heel is actually, this type of the idioms are related to Greek mythology. There was a story, very famous, the Trojan War. In that Trojan War, many characters are there, and that is related to Greek mythology as well. And in that, one of the character was of the Achilles. He is you can say he could not get defeated. He could not be overcome by any of the enemies. He is having all the he has the supreme powers. He has all the physically he is well built, and he was like nobody can defeat him. He can defeat to anybody in any time, any place. He is the strongest in the whole story. But he has a weak spot at his heel. At one side of his heel, that is his weak spot. That means if somebody would throw an arrow or somebody attack at the heel, he could die. Overall body, only his heel was the place which is known for its weakness. And because the story is related to mythology, so he was from the descendants of the god and all. So in that, only one person knows that his weak spot is his heel. So they kill him by throwing an arrow or attacking on the heel. So after that he had died in the story. So with that story, this idiom has taken out, and that idiom means weak spot, a weak spot, which is very easy to attack, vulnerable. Here first I'll give you the example sentence of this one, Achilles heel. You can use like a weak spot, or in the family, the children are like Achilles heel. They are the weak spot. They are vulnerable. They can easily be attacked, and they can be you can say, if they can get hurt, the family can feel the most pain. So that could be used. And like you have to make the sentences by understanding the idioms. If you understand the idiom, if you remember the meaning, then you can able to frame a sentence. Like we can go for first one to make the sentence, give and take. Be willing to accept what somebody wants and to go and to give up some of what you want. Ready to accept. Give and take. We can use this normally idiom in while talking about the respect. Give and take. Respect. Give the respect and take the respect. This is mutual concessions. Like, give me the respect what I deserve, and definitely I will treat you with lot of respect. That means it depends on the give and take. And if you go on in that means go on engrossing into that or into the detail, you can understand that all the relations except parents, all the relations and everything on the world depends on this one, give and take. Just for take one of the, like you are a consumer, you have gone to the shop, so unless and until you exchange the money with the commodities, nobody will give you the commodity, anything whatever you are buying. So give and take, this is quite obvious. So while making the sentence for this, it is very easy for you. I believe in give and take policy as far as respect is concerned. That is good. You can go ahead with that. You can make as many sentences as you like with this type of the idioms. These idioms are quite good to understand. Only the idioms which are related to somewhat mythological side, it gives a little bit tension to you. So what you have to do, you have to understand. You have to understand the meaning. First understand the meaning, memorize the meaning, then use it into the sentence, because in the examination they will give you few of the idioms and they will tell you to use them into your own sentences. You have to frame the sentences according to the whatever the idiom would be given. Now, raining cats and dogs. In the November, in the month of October or November starts, there was raining cats and dogs in Hyderabad. That was, it was raining very heavily. It was raining heavily. Remember those like flood times and all. So for that you can write down this one. Cherrapunji, known for its like rains, continuous rains. So we can say Cherrapunji witnesses raining cats and dogs. That means very heavy rains they witness. Next is child's play, very easy to do. Teaching is like a child's play for me, or using the phone, like it's like a child's play for me. Like you can use as you want, you can use. Very easy for you to do that. Next is spill the beans. I think we have taken this example already. If you want to spill the beans, tell to that person. That means if you want to let the secret out, tell to that person. The person could definitely do the thing whatever you are actually wanted. On cloud 9, after seeing my result, I was on cloud 9. That means I am very happy after seeing my result. Achilles heel, I have already said that this is a weak spot. As I have given you an example of children, anything you can say, anything you can make it out. Like for example, you can use that religion for the people of India or Indians. Religion is like Achilles heel for Indians. That's why many parties, nearly all parties, make a target of religion. Just before the elections, maybe after the elections, every time, because they know Indians have an emotional, more emotional, they become more emotional for the religion. They actually take religion more seriously. So they have made it like a Achilles heel, a weak spot for the people. They target the religion, and they, if you remember, it is being said that British has followed always the divide and rule policy, where they divided the people in their different categories of the religions. Why they have done that? Because they know that is the Achilles heel for Indians. So this type of sentences you can use, not particularly this one, any, where you need to understand, first of all you have to understand the meaning of the idiom, then you can go for writing the sentence. In Hindi, idioms are known as muhavre. So you can now relate to your mother tongue and you can understand that what does it mean by idioms. Next, in the next class, we'll go with the explanation of the other grammar item, that is phrases. Both will come simultaneously in the examination. Then afterwards we'll go for the practice into that. Okay, by the time, take care, have a nice day.